Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another breakdown episode. It's been a while since I recorded anything. I've been working on doing this. It's going to be probably more often now. I haven't been feeling up to it lately. That's the big thing. But I will start sharing these to YouTube, because I think I remember how I did it. And definitely will do that for the future. So if you're not hearing this on YouTube, then, you will be soon. If you want to look me up, Brad Tragic on YouTube, you should be able to find me. Very, very easy. I know Breakdown, I have a particular channel called Breakdown. I believe it's in all caps is what that channel is called. But I've been trying really to focus on getting views and things like that. Still unsure if I'm going to really separate the two, the reseller stuff and the wrestling stuff. I really want to separate it, but the more and more I think about it, I don't want to break apart the person that I am, and the more and more I think about it, maybe I don't want to separate that, maybe that's the guy that people are going to like. The guy that does the reseller stuff and also the pro wrestling stuff. So I'm not going to mix it up on these shows though. I will do them separately, but on the same channel, I might do everything, whatever, just throw it on there, and I may have mixed, a mixed audience, because, some people may like both of them. Some people may just like one or the other, or there may be another genre or niche, whatever I try to get into and people may enjoy that, so let's get into the meat and bones. And, the one thing I will talk about is that I watch a guy called, or I guess it used to be a group, now it's just one guy, the Trio Woe Show, and it used to have Jake and Justin. Now I believe it's just Justin doing it. I haven't seen Jake in a long time, so I'm assuming he's probably gone and not ever going to come back. But it's still pretty cool. I like Justin. Sometimes it's like his shows are the same though, and he won't really, I guess it seems like it's rushed sometimes. So it doesn't seem like, he doesn't really do like, this is what I don't like, this is what I don't like. But I can understand why these people do this. He doesn't really say stuff like that, which that's the one thing I don't like. On the other hand, he's not a schleg daddy from Off the Rope show, and he doesn't bitch about every single thing that happens, so, but what I'm getting to the topic is, he said to say, hey, what's your top 5? And what's your top 5 list right now? And I put my top 5 list right now. I mean, some people are going to call bullshit, I think, on my list. And I'll try and remember all of them. And I don't think it's in any particular order, because when I got to the last one, I'm like, well, this guy's definitely my favorite. If I had to put them in order, Bray Wyatt would have to be my favorite guy right now. Bray Wyatt is my favorite guy. And he's the guy, when I got to the bottom, I put him at number 5. And I'm just like, well, definitely, he's my number 1 guy. And you can't count the part-timers on this list. This is talking about full-time wrestlers that are currently wrestling right now that are, without a doubt, they are, they're not taking any time off. They're on there. Like Triple H, I love him. Undertaker, I love him. Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, if they ever come back, Sting, I like them. I love them to death. And they're good, but they're not full-time right now. So Bray Wyatt, Kevin Owens is my favorite, is another one of my favorites right now. Who was it? Dean Ambrose, is another favorite of mine. That's 3. When I say Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor. What the hell did I say was my 5th one? I'm trying to think of the hell the 5th one was. Sheamus. I do like Sheamus. And that's probably the one where people are like, why do you like Sheamus? But the thing about Sheamus, and it's not really the topic of the video. I mean, really, there's no topic to this video. I'm talking about wrestling, all right? But what I like about Sheamus is I think that he's got a lot of untapped potential, and he's got a lot of potential in him. And I think people sometimes are missing the ball with Sheamus, and they don't want to like Sheamus because of the storylines that they put him in. And some of the storylines they put him in, I'll admit, they're bullshit. They're a bunch of bullshit storylines. I mean, when he was fighting Alberto Del Rio, they dragged that sumbitch story out so damn long. I was tired of it. I was done, but Sheamus is entertaining, in that storyline when he was the babyface and ADR was the heel. I was into that. That was a good storyline. But after a while, it was just like, okay, all right, Sheamus, you're smiling way too much. One, just be a badass. Just be the Triple H character that they want you to be, because that's what they were. They were trying to build another Triple H in Sheamus. And it wasn't working. It did not work. I don't think it worked because he was smiling a lot. But then the character is now, this is what they need to do with Sheamus. They need to keep him in this kind of character. Even when he turns babyface, he needs to stay somewhat like this character. And I'll be honest, I haven't really seen much of what he's doing now, but I can already tell he's better than probably what he was when he was a babyface. But yeah, I mean, and Finn Balor and guys like Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens, I'm thinking is pretty much in the main roster now. He'll probably drop the belt and then he'll be there. That's what I hear is that he's there to stay. So waiting to see what they're going to do with him after the John Cena storyline. I'm enjoying it. I told my wife today, and she recorded wrestling for me. I'll be honest, folks, I'm not entertained with the product right now. I'm not. People can like Seth Rollins all they like. I'm not really a fan. I don't want to see him as World Heavyweight Champion, not even as a heel. I'm not even not even acting like he's a heel and not liking him, in that way. No, I'm just not entertained by him at all. Being the World Heavyweight Champion, they dropped the ball. It's kind of like when ADR was the World Heavyweight Championship. I didn't want to see it. And now they have one World Heavyweight Champion. So if he is somebody that I just don't want to see because the same shit regurgitated over and over again, I'm not even going to bother watching it because it's like all it's going to be is that entire story throughout the whole damn night. And that's what it is. So I don't really give a shit about anything else. So I told my wife today, I'm like, she said she missed and wasn't able to record like the beginning part of Raw. And I know from watching reviews, that's what started out Raw was Kevin Owens and John Cena. So I said, well, you might as well delete that now because I'm not going to watch it. Because that's the only storyline I'm interested in right now is Kevin Owens and John Cena because that is the most interesting thing right there. And honestly, what should be happening right now, and this is just my opinion, is that Kevin Owens and John Cena, there shouldn't be a world title involved. That's just one. NXT Championship is just, it's stupid. US Championship's stupid. It doesn't really matter. Those things, those factors, they don't even matter. It doesn't even matter. The fact of the matter is that after this feud, whoever walks away from this should get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship just because of how hot the feud is. Because I know I'm not the only one who thinks that this feud is damn amazing. I mean, Kevin Owens is coming off being so hot from NXT. He's almost, I don't think he's white hot, but he's very, very social media frenzy is on Kevin Owens right now. And for them to drop the ball and not to give them an opportunity to win the World Championship and then do it, go with it, it's stupid. It would be dumb. And WWE, they're not going to do it. They're stupid. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing now. They've lost their damn mind. That's what they've done. When I seen the Elimination Chamber match, and I'll give respects, New Day, that's the first time I ever seen a full New Day match, besides, I think, a shitty one I seen on Raw, because I was trying to figure out if they're bad guy, good guys. I couldn't figure it out. I don't think I still can. Are they supposed to be bad guys? I think they are. I don't even know. It doesn't make sense to me at all. That whole group, it does not make sense to me. I understand they're trying to be like a Freebird type of thing, but it doesn't make sense to me. It's not because they're black. It just doesn't make sense. It really just does not make sense to me. It almost would make more sense if there wasn't a title involved. And I just don't know. I don't see them. Why are they tag team champions? And my whole thing I was pissed at Elimination Chamber was, why did they not drop the belts? I don't care who they would have dropped the belts to. Ascension, Primetime Players, Tyson Cesaro, well, that would have been a bad mistake now knowing what we know. But, and, we don't want the title switching around that much. It's getting crazy with the IC title. I'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, I would have loved to see the Ascension win it. Not the Lucha Dragons. I don't think they're ready. I don't think the Lucha Dragons are WWE Championship material, in my opinion. In my opinion, they should never become tag team champions. If they ever do, it will be a joke. Sorry about the cough. I try to keep it away. But I don't think Lucha Dragons should ever win the tag team titles. It's, if they do, I hope it's like an in-between thing, because I don't know. I just don't see them being a legitimate tag team in my eyes. And just in my eyes. This is my thoughts. But them to kind of be that tag team, kind of like Los Matadors, until they take off the damn masks and show that they're Epico and Primo, I don't ever want them to be like a top contender to the championships, because it would be stupid, because it's like, what are we, back in 1990 again, or 95 or something again? It's stupid. They got dumb gimmicks again, and it doesn't make any sense. That gimmick just doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? It's a couple of great wrestlers like Epico and Primo. It pisses me off. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't drop the belts. It doesn't make any sense to me, because I don't see where they're going with the New Day. And I understand that they're trying to build a faction up again. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, just to have a faction. I don't really know. But, I don't think it's working. I really just don't think it's working with the New Day. Some people like them. I don't. I don't know. I don't see why they're tag team champions. One, I think they did all they could do with Kofi. I don't know why he's still around. I'm not a fan of Kofi. Every time I see Kofi, I want to punch him. I don't know why. I just want to punch Kofi Kingston in the face. I don't like the guy. I don't like him in the ring. I don't like him wrestling. Well, I will say, his antics in the Royal Rumble are entertaining. When they put him in matches, he's like a spot fest. He is a new version of Jeff Hardy, but I don't like him. That's plain and simple. Because I know he's never going to be World Heavyweight Champion, and if he is, it will be the biggest joke in the world. And I think everybody knows that. He will never be World Heavyweight Champion. If he is, it would be a joke. Getting to the IC Championship. Oh my God. Why? IC Championship, I don't even know. I've lost track how many times it was stripped and vacated in some way, shape, or form in 2014-15. Because I guarantee it's been close to 10 times. Close. It's getting up there. 6 or 7, I'm pretty sure. And finally, they just got away. They just need to stay away from those people that vacated the belt. I'm pretty sure Miz was in 2 of those vacations. I didn't mean to say vacations, if that's okay, about the vacating of the championship. And Dolph Ziggler has been there as well. Barrett was, and they gave him the belt back. I'm like, what in the world would he give the belt back? Come on now. They give him the belt back. Why would you give the belt back? That makes no sense whatsoever. I would slap the writing team for that. But they gave it to Ryback this time. Am I mad? No, I'm not mad. But then you got Ryback in his first feud as IC Championship against the Big Show. I don't think I need to say any more about that. What in the world? I think Vince McMahon needs to have a writers, I don't even know what you want to call it, convention or something? Some kind of group or invitational to try and find better writers. I mean, good God, man. I think there could be cartoonists out there that would write better stories than what these guys are putting out there. Hell, I know I could. I know anybody. A lot of fans could write better shit than this crap. It's ridiculous. You got a guy who's Big Show being featured against Ryback. And here's the thing. Here is the big thing. That I haven't heard anybody talk shit about why are they putting Big Show in the first program with the new Intercontinental Champion. Nobody has said that. I have not heard anybody say this. But I'm going to be the one to say it. If Ryback gets injured, holy shit. Another vacant Intercontinental Championship situation again. So we better pray to God that Big Show does not win the belt, get injured, or Ryback gets injured during the damn match. Because it's going to get a bit ridiculous. I'm thinking that if they get the Intercontinental vacated again, they won't bring it back. They'll just leave it off TV. They'll just retire it. I mean, they might as well. Maybe it's not meant to be, you know. It's great having John Cena as U.S. champion, but like we said, we haven't seen the finish of that Kevin Owens crap going on. But I like Kevin Owens, and I like that stuff that's going on with him. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. What is going on, man? I mean, in the women's championship, oh my lord. Why is the Bellas still holding on to the belts? They need to give it to somebody. I don't care who it is. Well, okay, maybe I do care about who it is. But, I don't know. I think Paige would be good. Honestly, I would love to see, I would honestly, I don't really care who has it, to be quite honest. But I think all else fails, they need to bring up Charlotte. They need to bring up Sasha Banks. That will be the saving grace. But the problem is, and this is what I think a lot of people have not addressed, is what about the divas that are currently there? When they bring up Charlotte, when they bring up Sasha, what are they going to do with them then? This is the whole point about managers and valets and where I think they should start to come back. Because it's going to be kind of a dropped ball, so to speak, when these women wrestlers actually arrive in the roster. What is Vince going to do? What's Triple H going to do in the future with these women who, one, just not good enough to compete with these girls? They can't handle the pace, like a Naomi, or, I mean, I know Paige can, but Naomi, people like the Bella Twins, like, will they be able to handle what Sasha can give them, Charlotte can give them? What's the other chick that's in NXT right now? Oh, crap. I mean, Emma's kind of like an old school diva, so, I mean, even Emma, I don't know if she's ever going to make it in the WWE. She may be a good valet, but, I mean, I can't remember her name right now. But anyway, when they get brought up, I mean, who is going to be able to hang with these girls? I mean, really, the NXT girls are going to be tough, man. When they bring them up, it's a whole new generation of women's wrestling, man. I mean, I'm excited for it because I think it's going to be, when they finally come up to the main roster, the WWE fans are going to finally go, wow, these women can wrestle. And I think the fans are going to be speechless because they have never seen anything like that. Because NXT fans, they know that. They watch it week in, week out, week in, week out. And I hope to God that there's other women that are ready to replace them when they leave NXT. But when they come up to WWE, if I can talk right, what are the old divas going to do? Will they be able to hang with them? I mean, I think honestly, like, when they come up, they're going to go push to the back burner because Vince, Triple H, the writers, they're going to see that these girls can hold the attention of the fans. The fans are going to get behind Charlotte. They're going to get behind, Sasha Banks. They're going to get behind Paige more than what they already are. Because I think right now, like, Paige is wrestling and we're like, what the hell is this? Because she has to work the style of the old divas. The divas that can't hang with the NXT divas. That's, in my opinion, that's what it is. And some of the stuff that the Bella Twins do, they're kind of like, they're kind of in the middle where they do some dangerous moves where I'm just like, oh man, I don't know. I mean, even some of the moves I see on NXT, I mean, they can handle them, but they're a little excruciating. And Bella's have been doing some like power moves, and I'm just like, oh man, I hope they don't get injured because, like, I understand with the guys, they got a lot of meat. And a lot of the guys are bigger. They can handle bumps and stuff like that. Well, minus Kofi. Every time he lands on the mat, I think he's going to break it in half. But anyways, I mean, that's a part of the reason why I hate him. But some of the women, I mean, they're small. If they land the wrong way, I mean, I'm sure they're going to be crippled. And that's what I always get worried about when I see a lot of these women wrestlers who, they're smaller and they're trying to do these power moves and everything like that. But that brings me to the point. The other day, I was on YouTube, and I can't remember what the hell I was looking at. I think I was listening to a shoot interview or something like that. But it's irrelevant. I seen something about Caitlyn and her husband, and I'm not going to go into her husband. I don't care who he is. I don't even know who he is. But anyways, Caitlyn, it said, former diva, and that made me think, wow, It's like they dropped the ball with that. They could have made her a star. And I don't know if it was her doing or the WWE's doing, but that was a star. Caitlyn was a huge, she was a kind of a bigger toned girl. She's on the, she's in the fitness magazines now. She's built. She was a girl who could have been the saving grace of the women's division. But yet, once again, the WWE fails to see what is right in front of them and fucked it up. And that's straight up what they do on a daily basis in WWE. They still have yet to figure it out. And, I know a lot of people might say, Triple H is not going to be the saving grace. NXT is different, blah, 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 blah. Here's what I'm going to say to that. What has NXT done? They have built a huge following. People love NXT. What has the WWE done lately that has shocked the world, that has brought attention nationwide to say that was a good match? I don't remember one. I don't remember one match that people have been left speechless. NXT has had several matches that people have talked about this year. I can't tell you one that WWE has left people speechless. I think the main event in WrestleMania was really good. I think people talked about it. Other than that, that's it. That's all. There's been a few matches here and there. I guess you could talk about Owens and Cena this year so far. Been one of those matches that people were like, wow. But then you have to take the part Kevin Owens, part of NXT. He was in that match. He's the reason why people tuned into that match. Or people watched that match. Very closely, they watched that match. That is why I think NXT is the saving grace of the WWE. And who helped make NXT the way it is? There's a lot of people back there. Dusty Rhodes and some other people. But all in all, I think Triple H is one of those key factors where he's kind of like that filter that Vince McMahon is for a lot of the writers. They may spew out a lot of garbage, but Vince has the final say. Or, somebody gets the message of the fans, hey, is this okay? So if they want to do something outlandish, they have to run it by Vince first. I'm sure that's the way it happens. And Triple H, he seems to be doing a pretty damn good job at, figuring out what's going on in NXT, set things into motion, who gets these title changes and things like that. I don't know. I see the future being very, very bright for the WWE. And right here, before I get off here, GFW, Jeff Jarrett's new promotion. Holy shit. They did a roster reveal. And if you haven't checked that out, check out Global Force Wrestling. Type that in. Look for type up GFW, Global Force Wrestling, whatever it is. Look for the roster reveal. It's not Jeff Jarrett talking about it. It's some guy he hired. I think he's an ESPN former color analyst. I think it's going to be the announcer for him. I don't understand the whole concept, but basically I'm thinking it's going to kind of be like TNA, but in Las Vegas, basically. That's what I get from it. Maybe if you guys think it's something different, leave your comments down below when this gets posted to YouTube. But in my eyes, that's what it seems like to me. But they got a lot of guys in there that, wow. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. They have, and they all have different names now because, of course he has to change their name. But Chris Masters is there. I'm trying to think what his name is. The big guy that was with CM Punk. I can't remember what his name. Oh, Luke Gallows. He's in there. You got some women who I'm not really familiar with some of the women there. There's a lot of great women that are going to be in there as well. I'm trying to think of some of the other guys that were in there. But there's a lot of great talent that is going to be in that promotion. I think I know there's a lot of guys from the WWE kind of rejects, I guess people would call them, they're going to be in there. But these guys, you got to think about these people. Oh, I know who's going to be in there too. Oh, crap. Dallas, I think was his name. I think his name was Dallas in TNA. He's going to be in there too. These guys have, they busted their butt for the industry for so damn long. And, GFW, I hope they can hit something out of the park with this because TNA is such a failure right now. And I can say that with open arms now because I've waited long enough, and I've tried to hold my breath and not say anything about it. Now with Samoa Joe gone, they're going to fall apart. And AJ Styles left a while back. They're done. They're going to fall apart. TNA is over. Call it quits. Cancel it. Whatever they got to do with it. But even with Billy Corgan, I think the sinking ship is not going to be able to be saved. And if it does be saved, hey, whatever. I guess I'll eat my underwear or something, later on when it comes back as a rising phoenix. But I doubt it's going to happen. But, I hope that the WWE sees any promotion that is not able to reach their potential. Hey, they gave it their all. There may be wrestling fans that wants to see that and buy their video library, because that would be interesting. I think any promotion that, either goes at bankrupt or whatever like that and wants to sell their library, I hope Vince McMahon buys it. I hope, the WWE corporation, however it ends up in the future, buys the product, because I think TNA would be I think even ROH, like get ROH on the WWE network would be impressive. What people I think don't realize is people bitch and moan about the WWE network, and the first thing that I want, and the only thing I want to say about this is 10 years ago, would you ever have thought that you could pay $10 a month or $12, $13 a month wherever you live? It's kind of different some places. I know I lived in Tennessee, it was like $12 a month. But anyway, still, 10, 12, it's a month. Look at all the content that you get on the WWE network. You can watch any WCW pay-per-view, any WWE, WWF pay-per-view, any ECW. I think for the most part, any of their pay-per-views. You can even watch ECW TV. Some Raws, a lot of Raws, a lot of SmackDowns. What else do you want? What else do you want, people? It's incredible. Any wrestling fan out there would jizz their pants to have that, And if you're not subscribed to the network, maybe you can't afford the $10 a month. Maybe it's too much. But hey, what I would do, and here's just my opinion, get a card, get a prepaid card, put a little bit of money on there. Get it every once in a while. It'd be worth it. I'm telling you, you can do it. You don't have to pay $10 all the time. Start when it's a free month. Hook a card up to it. The second month, you'll pay your $10 or $12 wherever you live at. Get the thing. And just, maybe get your allowance. If you're a kid, get your allowance put on that card. Load it up. If you have a job, put a little bit of money on there. You get the network through that. If you run out of money and you're not able to get it, then what do you do? Wait till Christmas time rolls around, ask for, however much money it would cost for a year of that or whatever. There you go. It's great. It's a great thing. And I think as a wrestling fan, I don't think that we could ask for anything more. And I hope it never goes away. It would suck if it went away, because I think I'd be heartbroken, because, it's such a great product. Holy shit. You get pay-per-views for free on there. That's crazy. And it's like, I don't think Vince McMahon ever thought he would be able to do that and ever think that, hey, I could get a lot of money for this for every single fan that pays $10 a month. That's incredible. That's almost like a Patreon account on YouTube.